All right, what's going on, guys? So I didn't include this in the install video, but I'm letting you guys know that what I'm gonna do is replace each single nut and bolt with some stainless steel ones that I picked up from the hardware store in hopes that it'll protect it from rust. And then I also have this Rust-Oleum flat protective enamel, and then I'm gonna finish it off with some undercoating on the joints and stuff like that, as well as maybe the screws. I don't want this thing to get rusty, so hopefully that'll prevent it from rusting up. But yeah, like I said, I didn't include this in the install video, so I'm putting it here in the beginning so you guys are aware. But now that I got that out of the way, just enjoy the install video. All right, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. For today's video, we're going to be installing this Arksen cargo roof rack on my 2022 Subaru Outback Wilderness. So to start things off, this is the 64-inch version, and I briefly read through the instructions, and it looks like this centerpiece here is optional. So you don't need to use this, and you can use the shorter version if you'd like, but I bought this for the length of it. I think this is a good length for the Outback. The one I had before was 40-something inches, and it just looked kind of awkward since it was so tiny on the top of this roof right here. So another thing to mention is this is gonna go on the Malone Airflow 2 crossbars. These things have been great, and I got it for a great price. I will link the install video up here so you guys can check it out for yourselves. Let's go ahead and really quickly dive right into this install right here. All right, so to start things off, you should get the following in your box. You see the fairing over there that goes in the front, so we'll install that at the very last. But right now we have this in front of us. We have 4 U-bolts right here, and these are actually a little thicker than my other ones, which is great. So 4 U-bolts in the brackets, a bunch of screws and nuts right here, 6 of these spacers, and then you should have 4 of these side fairings, and then 1 of the back fairing right here. And then as far as the cargo rack itself, it comes in 4 pieces, front, back, and then the 2 sides, again, which are optional. This entire thing is 64 inches long. Let's just start on the install. So first things first, you want to go ahead and connect the 2 middle pieces, and then follow that by connecting the front and the back. All right, so the next step is you want to go ahead and install these side plates. Again, you should have 4 of them, smaller portion on top, and then make sure that the bottom is secured as well. Then we're gonna be securing this with the smaller Allen bolt. You can't confuse the two since the size difference is pretty significant. And plus you get 12 of these, and then you only get 3 of these ones right here. So see the difference right there? We're gonna be using the smaller one for this. And then this is a 4mm Allen wrench. There's one that comes with the kit, but I like to use my own since it's just faster that way. So we want to repeat this for the 3 remaining sides and then the back plate. So I got the back and the side fairings installed, and yeah, that was pretty simple. One thing to note for the back one is you will need a 10mm nut right there to secure it, so remember that, and then we should be ready for the next step. All right, so this is how you install the front fairing. So to avoid any confusion, I'm gonna lay it out for you guys right here. So for the top of the bar, you're gonna wanna use the smaller clips. You can tell that this one is smaller than this one. For the bottom, you'll wanna use the longer screws out of the kit, and then use the shorter ones for the top section. All right, so let's go ahead and start with the top. So you're gonna wanna install the flatter side towards the front of the cargo roof rack. And then the reason why we wanna install these first is because you'll need to clip these on here like that. And then we'll align it afterwards when we have the clips in, just like so. So let's go ahead and get the rest of the clips installed. All right, so next up is you wanna align these clips with the holes right here of the fairing, and I found it easiest if you use the center right here, because you can use these as guidance. So just center these out and then flare these out accordingly, but you want these to line up just like so. And then you have the nuts that go onto the back. I should have done this in the beginning, but it'll look like that. So you just want to take the nuts and then push them just like so. And now that's ready for a screw. All right guys, let me clarify. So it gets a little confusing because you get 6 spacers, but you only need the 3 of them for the bottom section of the fairing. So you don't use anything on the top aside from the nut and bolt, and then you want to use the spacers for the bottom ones. Okay, so there we have it. We have the wind fairing secured, and I don't know if I mentioned, but this thing is metal, so it's kind of nice actually. And again, the spacers go on the bottom portion of this, as well as the longer screws. And then for the top one, you have the shorter screws, and then that's about it. All right, so this is a huge important step, so please pay attention to this part. Nowhere in the instructions says to mount the bottom. I flipped over the cargo rack right there, so the bottom is exposed, and I noticed we have 4 screws remaining. And again, this was not mentioned in the instructions, but make sure you use the 4 remaining screws to secure the bottom of the plates. And after this, we should be good. Okay, so that would have been bad. I was wondering why there was 4 extra screws, but now we figured it out. So again, do not miss that step. So the cargo rack is pretty much complete, and we are ready to mount this onto the crossbars. And I'll show you guys the bracket itself. So what you want to do is just unscrew this and make sure you take note of the orientation of it. Okay, so we want to take these washers off, and how this works. So the orientation of it is going to be like this. Your crossbar is going to go through this section, and then the cargo rack is going to sit on this part, and then you're going to finish it off with the metal bracket on top, just like that, and then the screw, the wing nuts to secure it. So let's go ahead and get this thing installed onto the car. Okay, so we're ready to mount this thing, and I have the trunk open. I just wanted to get an idea of how far back I can mount this rack. Looks like there's plenty of space between the rear crossbar and then the top of the hatch right there. All right, so before I secure this thing onto the crossbars, what I did was I basically lined up the cargo rack with the crossbar because I want to make sure that I'm able to secure it in place. So you guys can see right here that I'm utilizing this section to install the brackets, and it lines up perfectly with the crossbar. And then same thing with the front. I'm using these 2 right here. Basically, it's these 2 that are on top of the crossbar. And then I made sure that it is straight like this. So if you guys can see that silver screw, I lined it up with the antenna. And then same thing with the front side. I lined it up to the center of the car using the rear view mirror. So it took a little bit of adjustment, but right now I'm happy with the placement, and I can go ahead and secure the cargo rack. All right guys, so that's pretty much it. This thing is secured onto the crossbars, and doing the shake test, that's not going anywhere. Let me show you in depth how the bracket assembly is. So again, you have the U-bolt securing the cargo rack to the crossbar right here, and then you have the plastic bracket right there, and then on top of it is the metal one. And then you just basically screw these things on here until it's tight. It should be good. And I was so excited to install this thing that I don't think I went into detail of the specifications. So this is the information that's in the instructions. So basically the overall dimension without the extension is 43 inches long, 39 inches wide, and then 6 inches tall. The dimension with the extension, as we have it right here, is 64 by 39 and 6. Max load capacity is 150 pounds. And then the U-bolt spacing is 4.65 inches wide and then 1.375 inches. I think that this length is perfect for the car, just because the one I had was around 40 something inches and it looked tiny and it wasn't really useful. But this right here with the 150 pound rating, I can basically put a lot of things on top and do the trunk test. That is pretty far away from the back of the cargo rack. So there we have it. And also, if you don't want the logo up front, you can basically just turn this around and the other side is just blank. So again, it looks really good. I think it's the perfect size for the 2022 Outback. So I'm gonna go ahead and close this short video. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments below. I will link this cargo rack in the description so you guys can check it out. Other than that, thank you so much for watching. And as always, I'll catch you guys in the next one.